What's up, fight fans? I'm Flyin Brian J for MMAmania.com. We're talking about the main event of UFC Fight Night Melbourne, or UFC Fight Night 101, where the winner will likely be just one more victory away from a coveted UFC middleweight title shot. We've got Robert Whittaker versus Derek Brunson. Starting with the tail of the tape, Brunson has a slight reach advantage, but that's not significant. But something that Fightnomics by Reed Kuhn with Kelly Krieger, they do say is significant, is a fighter with a 7-year youth advantage wins 65% of the time. Brunson is 32, Whittaker is 25, so you can do the math. The next thing we need to notice is that Brunson is a southpaw, Whittaker is an orthodox fighter, and both of these guys come into this fight with a lot of momentum. Both of them are on 5-fight winning streaks. Brunson's is just a little bit more impressive. We're really splitting hairs here, but Brunson's last 4 victories are by first round TKO stoppage. So in the stylistic matchup portion, we're talking about a couple of guys that love to press forward and use a plethora of very striking techniques accompanied with level changes and level change fakes that really get their opponent off of their game and allow them to get off on some dangerous offense. Now, where they are both pressing forward, Whittaker is a little more frantic with his forward pressure, where Brunson is a little bit more flowy. I say that because Whittaker is going to be setting a pace that can be unmatched. He's going to be moving forward a lot more frantically than Brunson, but both of them do use a lot of forward pressure, perhaps to their detriment. Whittaker has yet to pay for it, at least in his last 5 fights, where Brunson has paid for it in the past. He got knocked out by Ronaldo Souza with a right hand when he was really overextending himself on a punch. I mentioned that Whittaker has yet to pay for it, and I think that Brunson might be the guy to be able to do that. Whittaker has yet to fight a high-level wrestler, and Brunson might be the top-level wrestler in this entire division, perhaps better than Yoel Romero. Okay, he's not better than Yoel Romero, but when they fought, Brunson was able to get the better of Romero when Romero, the Olympic wrestler, was overextending himself, being a little too confident. Brunson would make him pay with a takedown. Whittaker overextends himself a lot and he stands really heavy on his lead leg. I think that Brunson might be able to use his Division II All-American wrestling skills to get Whittaker to the ground and then put on some vicious ground and pound. When he finished Juan Jucao Carnero, he almost punched a hole straight through the canvas. So I think that's one path to victory for Brunson. So what's a path to victory for Whittaker? I mentioned the pace that he sets. I think that he's also going to have a cardio advantage. Recently, Brunson said in an interview with Bloody Elbow's Nick Baldwin that he's prepared to go the full 5-round distance. But we've seen in the past that in just a third round of a 3-round fight, he's gassed it a little bit. And I think that the pressure and the pace that Whittaker's going to set could be too much for Brunson in that regard. Another path to victory for Brunson is his vicious and dynamic, dynamite-filled left hand. When he knocked out Ed Herman, or TKO'd Ed Herman, his hips were in the southpaw stance, but his shoulders were square, and he just kind of threw his left hand out there, and it started the beginning of the end for Ed Herman. Now, I think that Whittaker could be Ed Herman as well, but it's just something that we need to notice. He's got this incredible power in his left hand, and he showed it by just throwing a real short left at Herman's face. He also put Uriah Hall down with it really early. The thing is dynamite, folks. So I'm picking Brunson via 2nd round TKO stoppage, basically because he has more paths to victory. Whittaker, I would see him getting a decision or a late stoppage by just overwhelming volume and having the better cardio. I could see Brunson getting a takedown and grinding it out that way, maybe getting a TKO stoppage with some ground pound, or his huge left hand when Whittaker's overextending himself. Brunson just pops him with that thing and puts him out. But one thing that I forget to mention is that Whittaker, he's this young guy, we mentioned that, but we do not know how much he has improved since the last time he has been in the octagon. We know that these young guys improve by leaps and bounds every time they step into the cage. And he has been doing that in the past. Has he improved by another leap and another bound coming into this Brunson fight? We'll find out. But I'm picking Brunson via 2nd round stoppage. Tell me if you're picking Whittaker or Brunson in the comment section down below. Please give the video a thumbs up and I'll see you on my next one. Namaste.